Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of Umineko. Yeah, I pretty much figured out how to put these episodes faster. I would say even fast, because I've been experimenting with Little Busters a little bit. So yeah, I think we're back to business in like one episode per week. I mean, per day per week. So 5 episodes per week, yeah. So yeah. Let us go, because I'm excited. And I hope we can like talk again in the comments because of that, because yeah, more episodes means more interactions, and yeah. So, let's just go!
誰が犯人かはまだわかりませんぞ。それにベアトリーチェ様、親方様の大切な賓客です。
Oh yeah, she went for like the Beatrice room probably.
だからなんだってんだ。本人の胸ぐらひねり上げてやれば白状するに決まってるぜ。目を見ればわかるんだよ。私が見破ってやる。何が魔女だ、ベアトリーチェだ。
Speaking of my fix, you might hear a little bit of song alternations.
化けの皮を剥いでやる。
If YouTube will not like it. Jessica never stopped moving. God and Canon chased after her, doing their best to convince her to stop, but Jessica never lent them in a ear. So we'll have Jessica versus Beatrice, basically, this time. Eventually, the witch VIP came into view. The VIP room was always sealed and never used. No matter what kind of guest come, Kinzo wouldn't let them in there. And yet, the servants were always made to clean this room, so that it could be used at any time. I wonder if maybe Beatrice will like change form to the not human form, and Jessica will not find her at all. So the servants had started calling this room the VIP room, after the second shapeless master. Jessica knew about this too. And she couldn't forgive the arrogance of the one who called herself a witch by staying in that room. The Golden Witch was just a fairy tale. Come on, a witch? To Jessica, she was nothing more or less than the murderer who had brutally killed her parents. That's true. Question her, hear her pitiful excuses, make her splutter in pain, gasping anguish. No matter how hard she pretends to be a witch, I will teach her that she's a stinking, sweaty human. As Jessica yelled with all of her strength, she hit the door to the VIP room. It definitely wasn't knock. That sound was the beating of her anger hammer, as she was determined to break the door down, even if it wasn't opened. Yeah. Is it closed though? If it's not closed, then she should just grab the doorknob and just open the door. Jessica, your mind is kinda cloudy now. You can just open this door, right? Or they lock it up every time, and Beatrice is basically locked in. Did I miss something? I think just this doesn't make sense.
開けろよ、ベアトリーチェ。出てこい。
You didn't even check. You didn't check if this is closed.
聞こえてるんだろ。ここを開けろ。
There was no answer. Jessica grabbed the doorknob without reservation, but she felt the resistance of the lock. Okay, now she checked this out. She turned around to look at the two servants spoke.
ここマスターキーで開くんでしょ。開けて。
お嬢様、それは大変な失礼に当たります。
Although Goda was flustered, he still tried to somehow calm Jessica's anger. After hanging his head silently for a while, Canon pulled a master key from his jacket pocket. Yep, Canon is definitely with Jessica on this one.
カノンさん、いいんですか？
もしおられたなら無礼になるのは承知です。それにもしベアトリーチェ様が何の関係もないというなら、それを僕たちに釈明して納得させればいい。
そうだぜ、カリブゼ。
Jessica snatched the master key from the Canon hand and violently shoved it into the keyhole. Also, let me know in the comment, because I asked about this in the Little Busters, but not all of you watching Little Busters, so if you're okay if I skip a little bit faster the dialogues when characters talking, or you want to hear them like fully, because I'm okay with both options, but I feel like we can progress a little bit faster if I just to read the text, let them hear a little bit, and then just skip them, you know? Just a little bit faster like clicking. You can let me know in the comments which option do you like more. Immediately there was a small sound, and she felt the lock click. Then, without asking permission, she flung the door open.
ベアトリーチェ、どこだ、出てこい。
Jessica rudely stepped into the room. The witch wasn't anywhere to be seen. Okay. So she changed her appearance probably to not being human anymore. Or she just like left to some other place.
いねえぜ、どこ行きやがった。
お姿がありませんね。
Golda is like relieved. Jessica, thinking she might be hiding somewhere inside the room, peeked behind the curtains and under the bed, but she couldn't find anyone. However, there definitely were signs that the bed had been used. And though it was only a vague sense, the atmosphere in the room felt a little soft. Also, yeah, that sudden disappearance of Beatrice is pretty much heavy, gives pretty much heavy accusations against Beatrice right now, because we just had like terrible murder going on, and the person who's like most obvious to do this, because no one know her really, just disappears. So we can assume that she escaped or something to not get like, you know, caught and questioned about the situation. It wasn't the hard atmosphere of the place, normally devoid of people like at the chapel. You could definitely tell that someone had spent the night in this room, but she could not be seen. In reality, neither Jessica nor Golda had met Beatrice. They had only been told by those who had met her that she looked like a double of the character in the portrait. So they were doubtful about what her face really looked like. However, Canon alone had met her. He understood what kind of being that witch was, what kind of personality she had. So he knew that forcing their way in here in search for her definitely wouldn't work out. She must be watching us bitterly flail about in a vein from somewhere, sneering at us. She's that kind of person. Because she was looking at things that way, Canon was the first to find it. The other two were concentrating on finding the shadow of a person, so they didn't notice. The butterfly? Near a water jug on the table there was a single sheet of letter paper, okay. On it was a short message, and nearby was a fountain pen, which had probably been used to write it. What's the fountain pen? Huh. I never heard that term. Maybe just because English is not my main language. Maybe just like regular pen, I don't know. Canon had already come to understand the witch. After finding the corpses, they would be overcome by rage and barking here, only to find no one. So of course the witch would mock them. You can mock someone unless they know they're being mocked. So in other words, that's what this must be.
お嬢様、ここに何か書かれています。
書かれてるってなんだ。
Jessica dashed over and violently snatched a piece of paper away. She probably wasn't trying to be violent. She just couldn't control her strength right now.
だと、なめやがって。
As soon as she read the message, Jessica went into wild rage, crumpled the paper and threw it. What's inside? What's inside? What the fuck, Jessica, just... Calm down! You don't have to ruin everything. Then she grabbed the light stand at the beside and violently swung it around, mercilessly hitting the walls and the furniture with it. Oh my god. She's even in the bigger rage than Butler was, like in the first episode. Butler didn't like break anything. Well, maybe he could like control himself more. Yeah, Butler in the first episode was kinda terrifying, to be honest. Because his rage was like contained into like himself and his emotions, like the way he spoke and stuff. I think that kind of rage is more terrifying than that kind of rage. Because the rage that is contained like within you and you don't show it like outside, it's like psychopath basically. The light bulbs all shattered at once, and the fragments were scattered across the room.
お嬢様、気をお沈めください。
Cables are all twisted and it annoys me. Okay, that should be fine.
お怪我をなさいます。
離せ畜生畜生出てきやがれベアトリーチよくも父さんと母さんをそんなに私が怖えかよ殺してやる殺してやるから姿を現しやがれだから離せって言ってんだろくそー
Damn. That was written on the paper.
私がぬくぬくとここであなたが飛び込んでくるのを待ちぼうけるとでも
Oh wow, okay.
素敵な夜に粗暴なるあなたは似合わない
Shit.
こんな間抜けに育てた親はどんな顔
Wow. What the fuck? Okay, now I understand why she went like berserk.
見たよ本当にそっくりな間抜け面
Shit.
今はお菓子の国でお腹いっぱい
What the fuck? That's fucked up. It was the sort of thing that witch would write. It meant she would predicted that one of the children who had lost their parents would come running into her. If she's hiding somewhere in this room, she must be rolling around, laughing now. The witch was that kind of person. She sneered at people's misfortune, using it to stave off boredom of the thousands years.
これはお渡しください。お怪我をなさいますと申し上げております。
Yeah, you got hit.
離せてくそくそ
Gotta snatched away the light stand Jessica had been holding. After all, if she kept swinging it around, she might end up smashing it against something, which would cause serious injury. To God's eyes, Jessica probably looked mad with rage, burning herself up with the flames of anger, but Kalen's eyes saw it differently. Those are probably tears of sadness, hidden by rage. So, when the light stand was taken from Jessica, when she started crying on the floor, scratching at the carpet almost as though she was groveling, Goda was surprised, but Kalen was not. Of course. She had lost her means of crying by lashing out in rage. Considering that she was the daughter of the Ushiromiya head family, she was in a very shabby state. She scratched at the carpet with her fingernails, and even her feet were scratching. Jessica cried very, very hard, because if she didn't, her rage would start building up again, and swallowed her up. But over and over again, she remembered that humiliating message. I can only imagine what the parents who raised you to be such a moron must have looked like.
間抜けなんかじゃない父さんも母さんも私なんかとは違う間抜けなんかじゃない取り消せ取り消せ
Alright, I saw them, and they look like just as morning as you. Now their bellies are full, in a land of sweets. Fuck. Oh, she's starting to coughing because of her asthma. As Jessica cried and screamed, she triggered an asthma attack. A servant watching over her hurriedly ran up to her and rubbed her back, but that only provoked Jessica's wrath.
そんなことする暇があって探し出して私とお前らがそしてこの手で殺してやる腹を引き裂く触るんじゃねえぞ畜生
Jessica got up unsteadily, and as her asthma continued, she went out into the hallway.
お嬢様、お薬南條先生をお呼びします。
ゴーダさん、僕に任せてくれませんか。
Khan had noticed. Gouda, who was vastly separated from her in age, probably couldn't sense the tears in the Jessica's heart. Khan, who had noticed, had to be the one to support her.
いいのですか。
今のお嬢様には涙をご両親のあんな死に方を。
そうですね。
Gouda also understood. And he knew that Jessica and Canon had shared a vague relationship with each other. So he understood everything and left it to Canon.
わかりました。私はローザ様のところへ戻ります。お嬢様をくれぐれもよろしくお願いしますよ。
はい、お任せを。
Kanon's voice was frail, but he nodded firmly. I think I have title for this episode, but we'll see, maybe it will change. After looking at his eyes, Gouda nodded firmly as well. Gouda was a veteran with many years behind him. He had been seeing a great number of people in his life, so he knew the vigorous sparkle that could be found in the eyes of those who possessed self-control. He had surely seen that in Kanon's eyes, so he would leave that this to Kanon. When you think about it, maybe this was the first time Gouda had ever trusted Kanon and relied on him for a job. Jessica, still suffering from her asthma, seems to be heading towards her room, though she kept leaning against the wall. Kanon followed her wordlessly. If she had asked for a hand, he would have leapt forward and support her, but until Jessica did ask for that, he chose to hide himself, watching over her from a distance, where he could come to her rescue at any time. When people feel their hearts are about to explode from sadness, and want to have someone by their sides, you can bet 10 billion of them would want to turn around and find someone in the place Khan now stood, as he watched over Jessica from behind. And finally she doubled over in front of the door to her room. The asthma attack had stolen all her strength, and her thoughts had gotten hazy from the lack of oxygen, making it impossible to even stand up. But right then, Jessica didn't think she wanted someone to lend a hand. She still hadn't been able to overcome the flames of anger. Even if someone had offered her hand now with her good intentions, Jessica would have wanted to tear it off right then. She knew how unfair that would be, so she definitely wouldn't ask for help until she overcame the fiery anger burning inside. Jessica had probably lost the willpower to even call for help, but Kanon heard it. He definitely heard it. Kanon definitely heard the voiceless call for help, one shared by the miserable grievers of the world around. The endless scream that no one ever seems to hear. Kanon quietly knelt by Jessica's side and wordlessly offered her a shoulder. Though Jessica kept coughing painfully, she accepted it, unlocked the door to her room and entered.
こちらへ。今、お薬をご用意します。
Jessica often said that when her asthma got serious enough, it hurt so bad that it felt like she would vomit up her whole stomach. Her face was pale, and her gaze waved. And yet, the coughing continued. Even so, her sadness was probably even stronger. After having her sit on the bed, Count took a branchodilator from a cute little basket on a nearby side and handed it to her. Jessica sometimes forgot to take her medicine with her. Whenever this seems to have happened, Count would take a notice and secretly carry around the inhaler from the first aid kit in the servant room, but he hadn't done so today. He scolded himself, as though wondering how he could call himself furniture after failing to bring it with him on a day like this. Yeah, see? Because you're human and you just don't want to admit it, like, what the fuck? Then he remembered the day when he would use that word and somehow betrayed Jessica's feelings. It jarred Count's heart, but he felt it would be indiscreet to think about something like that, considering how Jessica felt now. And he locked it up inside the depths of his heart. When she inhaled her medicine, Jessica's wild breath calmed down bit by bit, and she was finally able to regain her composure. But she would lose too much strength and willpower to get up from the bed. That's fucked up.
大丈夫ですか、お嬢様。
What do you think?
私は大丈夫だぜ。
I don't think you are.
父さんと母さんは私はもうちょっとなきゃ大丈夫だぜ。
Damn. Khan regretted his poor choice of words. Did he really say, "Are you alright?" to her? Yeah, that's what I am asking. Was he really that clueless of her pain in her heart? This was what made him furniture. This was why he couldn't become human.
廊下におります。ご用がありましたら、すぐにお呼びください。
Khan understood that she still needed some time to cry alone. He told her to call him at any time, both and try to leave the room.
何か
Jessica had spoken up, as though she wanted him to stop, so Khan had stopped. If she asks it will do anything I can to help her. I will do anything I can help her. Yeah. Right now, I would become even a cane of a chair if it would help ease the pain of in her heart. If by doing that, I could make up for the pain I dealt to her heart on that day. For a while, Jessica stared into Kanon's eyes. Stared. It was as though her reason for stopping him was something she couldn't put into words. For a while, neither spoke. Jessica broke the silence with a small voice.
ごめん。
Oh, she's trying to smile. This kind of smile is like the most painful smile. Just look at this, like, can I feel the pain? Like,
なんでもないぜ。しばらく一人になりたいって。
一人にはしません。あなたを僕だから廊下にいます。いつでも呼んでください。
for just an instant, it looked like some kind of hope had lifted into Jessica's eyes, but it was very faint, and disappeared like the first snow in the surface of a river. Because he said he will wait in the corridor, not like with her.
ありがとな。しばらくだけ。一人で
Canon, what the fuck?
任せてくれ。
Canon, what the fuck?
はい、失礼します。
I wonder if he ever changed. Callan bowed once again and closed the door. Who would thought those words of his would give her some courage? But now, it felt as though they would actually hurt her for some reason. Why? He didn't know. Surely that was because he was a furniture. That's why he couldn't grasp human sadness even now. As Cannon repeatedly questions himself, he walked down the corridor. He felt like the window at the corridor's end was coolly calling to him.
僕はやっぱり家具でしかないのか。
It was still pouring outside, a dark grey world. Even in days like this, Shannon would surely see the ocean and know that it was blue. But to my eyes, even if it cleared up, I would only see grey. Until I understood the blue of the ocean, I would be nothing but furniture imitating a person.
本当に女心のわからぬやつよ。
Beatrice came in this situation, oh my fucking god.
ああいう時は黙ってそばにいるのが正解だ。
You have a lot of nerve. Well, he's like immortal being,
だから
so
ゆえに貴様は家具な。
貴様
there shouldn't have been any trace of human life in this corridor. Except an empty corridor filled with frigid air. But those scoffing words approached Cameron from behind. When he turned around, he saw that witch. That witch who hadn't shown herself when Jessica had searched for her, with a rage bordering on madness. On who had left that sneering letter to toy with Jessica.
女の傷つけ方は3つある。特別にわらわが一つは刃物で傷つける。一つは心で傷つける。そして最後が一番難しく、なのに意識せずして傷つけられる。わかるか？
わかるわけもないし。
期待を裏切る。
Damn.
だ。女ほど夢見がちな生き物はいない。勝手に夢を見、勝手に傷つく。お前のような距離の男がわかるまいな。どれほどジェシカを傷つけてきたか全く家具だから。
Yeah. I have to admit though that Beatrice is on point with this one.
お前のたわごとに付き合う気は毛頭ない。
I really wonder if Canon will change in some, like, I don't know, future episodes or something, maybe.
僕を嘲笑うためだけに姿を現したというのか。
We have a lot of involvement of Canon in, like, this episode, so who knows, maybe he will be, like, a lot more investigated character. I mean, like, character development for Canon, maybe in the next episode or something, who knows. It seems like he will get important. Like, way more important than he is now. Huh. I don't know why, I have just a feeling like that.
貴様ごとき嘲笑しかしそなたも一人ではそれに値しなくても若々しき男女の悲運を笑う喜びは何度繰り返しても飽きぬのでな。
なんだと。まさか貴様お嬢様を。
Shit!
第二の晩の生贄に寄り添う二人が必要なの。
Who's going to be second then? Because it's about 2. Is it going to be Canon? But they're not that close. I mean, Jessica want them to be close, but they're not that close, so...
お前たち二人は実に都合が良い。
I'm not really convinced. I'm not really convinced they are that close. I mean, I guess they are. In canon eyes, they are close, like a servant and master, but a little bit deeper, because he have like these faint feelings, but he don't want to accept them, because he feel like he's a furniture, and Jessica have just straightforward feelings for him. So yeah, kinda, that makes sense, I guess. But I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised that she's going to choose them too, and just bluntly unannounce it. Just like giving them a deadline. You have to leave until like the night, basically, or something. I was really like convinced that we'll get George dying, but apparently I was wrong. But something will happen. Something will happen to George. Like, definitely. God damn it. I'm still stay out with this. Because of what we heard from Shannon before she... Like, after or before, I don't remember. She broke the mirror. This little dialogue she had, like, I didn't knew the suffering that goes with it or something. And I feel like the only thing that she could think about would be George. Maybe she just meant like this whole roulette situation. Maybe. That would make sense too, but for me that was like just confirmation of George dying. I'm going to stand with George dying in this episode. I have strong feeling that he had like enough death flags. Maybe I'm wrong.
勘違いするな。僕はお嬢様とそういう関係じゃない。
Yeah, that's what you say.
第二の番の生贄にはならない。
Yeah, but you have like this hidden feelings for her.
だからお前はジェシカを傷つける。だからお前は人間になれ。ならばよいだろう。貴様がジェシカを思い人と認めるならば、それを受け入れてもよい。だがジェシカは殺す。
Okay. But not as a second Twilight then, right?
なぜ？
このバー決まっておろうが。殺したらそなたが歪めるだろう。その表情が楽しいからの他に何の理由が必要なのか。
This is the most cursed face I saw in this story, in the Beatrice. Like, even Maria is not comparing to this. Holy fuck. Oh my god.
儀式に従い、わらわは気まぐれに13人を生贄とする。だが、それ以上殺してはならないとの決まりはない。
Oh my god, that makes sense. Holy shit. I never realized this in the first episode. I don't know if I ever count how many people died in the first episode. I think it was 13 though. But yeah, there's no rule like that. And if there's no rule like that, then you can do this. Well, not obviously, but in this case, yeah. Fuck. So she can like do second Twilight sacrifice and just kill her like as just some additional sacrifice, like, oh yeah, let's just kill her and not count the whole ritual. That will be fun.
わらわが楽しければ幾人でも殺す。
How many faces she have? What the fuck? This is creepy.
だから殺す。わらわを思いっきり笑わせてみせろよ。カグ、カノン。
Shit. At the time, Canon definitely heard Jessica scream. No way! Did she just kill Jessica? When she was like here? That's fucking magic, like... What the... No way. No way that she... No way she's dead. No way. Also, what the hell? This soundtrack, this is new. Fuck. When she blinked and looked down... When he blinked and looked down the corridor, the witch who was supposed to be there so nonchalantly just a second ago was gone. At that moment, he was just standing there, all alone in the corridor, doing nothing. And the person he wanted to protect was asking for help, far from away in that direction. It was obvious what he should do. It wasn't logical. It was an electric reflex, without trace of hesitation or distraction. There was a person he wanted to protect, and she was asking for help. And at that moment, he genuinely wanted that person by her side to be him. When he flew into Jessica's room, the scene that greeted his eyes was a bizarre one. The room had become a fantastical world, where a bazaar of gold-colored specks danced, along as though gold leaf had been scattered inside a snow globe. No, that's not it. I've seen this spectacle before. This isn't gold leaf. It's countless golden butterflies, Beatrice's minions. Or Beatrice herself. I feel like the golden butterflies are just like fragments of Beatrice and these are not her minions. Because she disappears into like butterfly form or something, right? That would scare me as well. Like, what the fuck? Jessica was surrounded by the countless butterflies, waving her hands around, trying to frantically to drive them away. Oh my god, no way. No way she's going to heal her like that. Like, make... Oh my god, what if she broke like the inhalators or something? And she would just cough to death. This is like the most fucked up... Oh my god. Am I just fucked up or is it actually what Beatrice will do? Khan rushed towards Jessica and violently brushed the cloud of the butterflies away. The butterflies, which were sickening despite their beauty, surrounded Jessica's face, trying to crawl in both her mouth and nose. She's fucking doing this. Fuck! Jessica choked violently, almost as though the butterflies were triggering an asthma attack mocking her. But when Khan runs toward her, the butterflies stopped attacking and began to dance an elegant rondo around the pair. As he stood guard in front of Jessica, who was using her inhaler and seems to be in pain, Khan yelled into an empty air. Okay, she have inhaler, okay. And when he did, the empty air did indeed laugh back, satisfied. But that would make them a second sacrifice. Oh my god, she appeared in her like original form, but with twisted smile. This episode is fucking hot. I love this episode. Then she showed herself. It wasn't in response to Kanon's demand. It was obviously because appearing and sneering would bring them even more humiliation. And plus, it was more fun.
これで全ては筋書き通りよ。 今やそなたは相乗の恋よな。いや、二人が揃ったのだからカモとネギと呼ぶべきか。
お下がりください、お嬢様。僕が守る。
姫に騎士が揃わば魔女が現れるの。どれ、金蔵の家具がどの程度の力を持
She
つ
snaps her fingers with a
見
piercing
せても
sound.
らおうではないか。
Are they going to be actually like... Huh. I wonder if she said that she can kill more people just to trigger this event. Just to make them as a second Twilight sacrifice so Khan can realize stuff. So they can become like actually close together. I wonder if that was the case and she was just bluffing. Maybe she was bluffing and she actually needs just and only 13 sacrifices in order to this whole ritual work. When she did, a blizzard of gold butterflies was stirred up, and they began to form a small mountain as they whirled around the circle. It was just like the swirling of cold, wintry, with that build-up and a mountain of leaves. What the fuck? What? From the mountain of gold, a hand sprouted, and it appeared, as though a resident of the world below was crawling up from beneath the ground. Who is that? He has some freaking muscles, he's packed. What? What?
なんだよこれ。
Jessica couldn't compare what she was seeing right now, and her mouth kept flapping up open and close. It was the bite of wisdom, seen in those trying to understand something incomprehensible. We have goat from hell. Servant of batteries, what the fuck? The hell goat. Holy shit. That thing crawled up was probably an attendant who served the witch. No way she's going... Yeah, she asked Canon to show her his strength. Oh my god. Will Canon actually die in fight with this thing? To protect Jessica? It appeared to be a wearing uniform suitable for one who served, and he will probably kill Jessica too, right? Right? But its face was wrong. It looked strange. It's a freaking goat! Like the devil goat. Look at his eyes, like what the fuck? It was covered with pitch black hair. Breathed rotten breath, and its eyes were filled with the same strange subterranean glow as lava. And, to symbolize its non-human status, it had two horns. It was the figure of a goat-faced attendant who served the witch. By now Jessica had no idea what she should say. All this happening in front of her couldn't be explained with common sense. And she couldn't do anything except open and close her mouth. Jessica hadn't realized. She hadn't realized that this island had been already cut off from the rules of our world. But there was some things even she could understand. The goat attendant served the witch, and was after her life. And apparently the witch had already given it order. She was looking at Canon with expectant gaze. She looked at him. Yeah, with an expectant and therefore challenging gaze, as though asking him how he intended to protect this maiden. Maybe she just wanted to actually include Jessica as an extra. After all. Well, I have to just play and see if they will count as second sacrifice, or they will be just an extra. Though the attendant had looked especially bestial while crawling to its feet, you could see, in a way it carried itself, that it possessed more than enough grace to be worthy of serving the Golden Witch. And you could tell that it was overflowing with the joy of furniture wanting to meet its master expectations. Furniture fight!
見せてもらおうではないか。金蔵の家具の力を。
That's unfair!
今度は間違えるの？家具であることを忘れるな。この後に及んで人間のふりを続けるのなら、死ぬのはお前だけでは済まぬぞ。
The gold attendant made what seems to be silent, respectful bow. Was it directed to its master, or was it offered to Canon, its opponent? Then, on the attendant's hand, a blade of wicked malice appeared. What the fuck is going on?
なんだよそれ。
Jessica had been unable to understand what was happening before her eyes for a while now. All she understood was that this glow in front of her existed for the purpose of ending her life. And right now, that was enough. Khan spoke quietly to Jessica, who was hiding behind his back.
お嬢様、壁に下がっていてください。背中は決して壁から離さないように。
姫君はおとなしく騎士殿の背中に隠れ、自らの命を男に守らせる醍醐味でも存さあカノン、お前の刃を見せてみよ。
Wait, what? I have questions. I have fuck ton of questions. How do you know how to use it? Why do you have it? And yeah. And what is that exactly? I don't have theories now. My only theory, I guess, would be that he's actually from hell. As well, like a goat. Or maybe he have like magical power? Well, he can see better trees, so obviously he have talent. But how did he learn how to do that? Okay, I'm confused. I mean, I'm not confused, because it's clear what's going on, kinda, but I have questions.
美しい。金蔵は家具を生み出すことに関してだけはわらわの足元に及ぶやもしれぬ。
はあ。
こんなものバラの手入れにも使いか。それは見せたくなかった。
What the fuck? So he wait, what? So he always knew how to do that? What? So furniture is something else. Furniture have like deeper meaning that we thought before. Maybe Shannon could use that too? Who knows? But since she like changed into human basically, she cannot do that anymore. Maybe. I wonder if that would be the case for Shannon. But yeah, I'm surprised. Like, what? Did Kinzo... Kinzo might reach up as far as my feet. Did Kinzo, like, teach the servants, or maybe just selected few, how to do that with his magic? And why would he do that? Did this blade was made... I mean, did he use that in the episode 1 and we just didn't saw it? When he charged into like the darkness? In the boiler room? To fight Beatrice?
よくぞ抜いた。思いを寄せる女の前で己が人間以下の存在であることを晒した気分は
Subhumanity.
黙れ。
憤怒で己を焦がしているくせに。なるほど。真に熱き今のそなたがそうだというのか。
僕の力でお前は月石つぶてを投げたとて、だがお前は権限するために水面にその姿を映す。水面に石つぶてを投じれば一時月を乱すこともできるかもしれない。
That's very interesting
し
analogy.
かし月を砕くことなどいだ。だから僕は
What the hell?
この命尽きるまで
I think the title for this episode changed from what I thought before.
お前の映る水面を叩き続けてやる。
気に入ったぞカノ。始めろカグども。
What the fuck? Oh wow, we have like cutscene. Canon, holy shit! When did you learn like fight like that? What the fuck?
ほう、美しい奇跡だ。
The witch's word of admiration broke the silence. And for just an instant they broke Jessica paralysis.
私は夢を見てるの？
来い魔女のかぐめ、元来た地獄へ叩き落としてやる。
Wow, its voice. I won't include the swords in the thumbnail because I don't want anyone to be spoiled by this. Who's bleeding? Canon. Strand of red had been left on Canon's cheek. The witch saw this and grinned broadly.
勘が戻らぬことを言い訳につぶやいてもよいぞ。
Wait, what? Still haven't returned? What? So... This is like very interesting. So he did that before? He was like very skilled in fighting with this blade? And they didn't return quite yet. Was he fighting before with Servant like that? What's going on? Oh fuck! I'm just glad that it wasn't like more drastic. It just shown him being cut in half. The cord done by the goat blade drew a large arc in empty space. Oh wait, what? Cannon wasn't there. He was behind it.
先に帰りて主の帰りを待つがいい。
What the fuck is going on? Who's Cannon? What the hell is he?
行け。
If this battle of throwing sparkle skirts was chess, then Cannon coming from behind was a check. And press, and press, and press, and press. Use 7 moves and make it mate. Perhaps the goat attendant had been granted the ability to go into death throes. What? As its knees buckled and it fell over, it broke into a bunch of gold butterflies with a pop. So there was no sound of its hitting the ground. Even those unable to understand this battle would surely realize that Cannon had been magnificent.
ハンドメイドには勝てぬか。
Handmade piece, so... What? Maybe wait, what if Cannon is not human actually? Apparently Cannon and Sean were like from this orphanage. But what if it's just a cover story? And Kinzo like created him, maybe he's like homunculus or something. And I wonder what was the goat then? If it wasn't handmade by Beatrice. Maybe it was just like random servant.
そこまで見下げたものではないらしい。
次はお前だ。ベアトリーチェ！
The instant cannon blade sliced diagonally through the witch form, like a knife through butter. She turned into gold and paused. She scattered into several thousand gold butterflies. And for just an instant, the room was filled with the color of twilight. It was just as Cannon himself had said. Slicing Beatrice was just the same as slicing the surface of the water, where the moon was reflected. The witch's form was an ordinary expression on its face, as though she had been there for the whole time, was right behind Cannon.
十分に面白い見せ物であったぞ。それに免じ見逃してやろうかと思ったが、今の無礼で気が変わった。
嘘をつくな。お前にお嬢様を殺させはしない。たとえそれが無理でも。僕より先に
お前にはそれすらできぬわ。喋るな家具が。
Damn, these faces of... Oh my god.
無口であれ、身の程を知れ家具が。ほう、なぜそう言えるのか。
理由なんかいらない。カノン君はカノン君だよ。うん。本当の名前は別にあるけれど、それでもカノン君にはカノン君の生き方がある。それはとても高潔なもので、自らが決めるもの。家具だから意見しちゃいけないとか、家具だから自分の人生を持っちゃいけないとか、そんなの。
お嬢様、あいつを
うん。カノン君は人間だよ。どうしてカノン君は自分、そして恐ろしい魔女であるあんたの私を見捨てることなんていくらでもできただろうに、そうしなかった。自己犠牲は人間だけが持つ高潔な精神だ。だからカノン君は人間なんだ。
I think it will trigger the second Twilight being them too, actually.
だから訂正しろ。
Seems like
カ
it.
ノン君をカグだなんて呼ぶな。二度と。
お嬢様。
語るな人間が。とっとと終わらせよう。何しろまだまだ第二の番。 互いの尊厳を認め合う寄り添いし二人を今こそ生贄に捧げよ。
That's what I thought.
さあさあおいでなさい。罪を許しなさい。煉獄の七杭が一つ。色欲。
Wait, what? What the fuck? Another minion? Oh! Oh, 7 stakes of Purgatory. It's like this, these things that killed everyone basically in the heads and stuff in the first episode. The witch summoned her furniture with a mixture of laughter and anger on her face. Oh wait! That's new! Holy shit, there's like so many new things. She have crest. She have Ushirumiya crest. What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean?
ここに
茶番は飽きた。第二の番を速やかに遂行せよ。わらわに瞬きを三つも。
What the fuck?
また妙な
It took Canon less than an instant to understand that goat face from a second head ago had been nothing more than a pound to the witch. However, this newly summoned furniture was a game piece with a very different value.
素敵な獲物に恵まれるなんてなんて幸運なのかしら。
She's terrifying, but she's cute. Look at this. Look at this funk. Look at this funk here.
怯えてかわいい。
来い、魔女の家具。お前には殺されない。
私の姿を追うこともできないノロマのくせに生きがって行くわよ。ねえねえ、どこを貫いてほしい？答えなさいよ。あなたの好きなところ。さあさあ。
僕を可愛いと言うな。
What the hell?
行くわよ、ノルマ。さあ追ってごらん。その
Shit, that was fast.
お嬢様。
Wow, she went for Jessica first. That makes sense. To make fun of Canon once again.
読みは当てたぜ。さまあ見やがれ。
What? Canon's back. Oh! Oh my fucking god. Jessica just had a feeling when she will attack and she protect Canon. This is long video. But there's no place to end. Canon's back had been the target, but Jessica had predicted it. She predicted that the witch's target would be the complete opposite of fair and honest his back. But she had no way to block it. She hadn't planned on it being some act of self-sacrifice. She just couldn't think of any other way to protect Canon's back. So she could do nothing but block it with her own back. The furniture of the witch, which had changed its form into demon's stake, was buried into Jessica's back. So they actually changed form into these stakes, like these sticks. Then we need the second one for Canon. Because on the second Twilight it was like two of them sticking in the Hideyoshi and Eva last time. I wonder who's going to be the next one. What? Oh, wait a second. It's Farsk lungs, yeah. When she saw this, the witch let out loud, evil laugh. Because it had hit where the witch had predicted. Everything was as the witch had predicted.
どうしたカノ？ジェシカお嬢様はお前より先には殺されなかったんじゃないのか？
Yeah, messing up with him again.
そうそう、それその顔よ。お前のその顔が見たかった。楽しんだ、実に十分。もうよい、死ね笑わせろ。さあさあおいでなさい。罪を許しなさい。煉獄の七杭が一つ。ふんど。
Rough.
フンドのサタン。
Satan of Wrath. She have crest as well. The same attire, same eyes, just different hair.
ここに。
その獲物はお前今すぐ食らってこやつの舞台に幕を下ろして。人ならば交番とも言おうが、家具のお前の場合は大道具係が舞台裏に
僕はもう家具じゃない。
He admitted like at the end. What
そ
the
してそ
fuck?
れを二度と疑う。
なーに？あんたまた私に殺されちゃうの？
She's literally called Satan.
あんたの胸、温かくて本当に貫くと気持ちがいいのよ。
And she gave a thing.
さあ、また味合わせて。あなたの温かい胸の中で、熱い熱い血潮で、私を。
There's no way to block it. The sound of woodpecker filled the entire room. And before he could blink, it was already right in the center of his chest. Like in the first episode, he died the same way, I think. Or was it stomach? I don't remember. You can let me know. When you take a piece of chess, the rules say that it's impossible for your opponent piece to defend itself. So this was an obvious result in accordance with the rules. Canon landed on his knees, and he apologized. Not to the witch, and not to Milady. He apologized to Jessica.
ごめん。守りきれ。
気にしないで。かっこよかったよ。
Canon finally fell over. He landed next to Jessica, and the two lay there like the constellation Gemini.
カノン君はさ、もう家具じゃないよ。
はい。それに気づくのが遅すぎた。
君の本当の名前聞きたか。
Yes. Yes.
僕の本当の名前は。
In his last moments, Canon wanted to tell her his real name. But Jessica had already fallen into a sleep from which she would never wake. So Canon's real name, which he had protected until this day, in the end, he couldn't tell it to Jessica.
僕は人間になれ。
Those were the last words Khan left behind. This is exactly opposite of what I feel.
笑わせるな家具が100年を経ようと家具は捨てる時に家具のために墓穴を掘るバカがどこにいる？家具は叩き割って薪にして後には灰しかのそういうことよ。
I'm sorry, I'm silent. I just have nothing to tell basically.
貴様は死ねばこれ以上の屈辱を受けることがないと信じてるようだが、死者を恥ずかしめるというのがどういうものかわらわが教えてやろうぞ。
What the fuck you going to do? Oh my god, after taking a puff from her pipe, the witch braved the smoke at Khan's corpse. When she did, Khan's corpse softly floated into the air and disappeared, as though it had been eaten by a moth in empty space. What? The witch played dirty until the very end. The corpses of pair who managed to understand each other in the end were not even permitted to be close. If someone had been watching, they would probably say mournfully, "So this is what you mean by disgracing the dead." However, Beatrice was far cruel than this. The reason for that would soon become apparent. We now go back like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So even as before.
So
I really... I can't. They're still alive here, but yeah, we know. I'm going to end the episode here. It's long and I need to process what just happened. I hope you liked the episode and I'll see you in the next one. So thank you for watching, and for now, Pocket Watch is going out.